The Strait of Hormuz is no longer just a trade corridor. It has become a live combat zone. And at the center of it is US President Donald Trump's bold move, Project Freedom. It's a mission meant to secure global shipping, but within hours, it triggered chaos. Shots were fired at vessels, drones were intercepted, and threats were engaged. Now, exchanged here, multiple Iranian missiles and drones were launched at US Navy ships and commercial vessels on Monday. The US military said it shot them down. America says its helicopter struck 6 Iranian small boats. However, Trump posted about it on his social media platform, Truth Social, and he put out the number at 7. Now, Iran says none of its boats were hit, so it's a classic fog of war. And then Iran made a more serious allegation. It said US forces did not hit military boats, but that they were civilian vessels. Tehran claimed that Washington says it sunk were 2 small vessels carrying passengers. They were traveling from Qasab on the Omani coast to Iran. 5 civilians were killed, according to Iran. The US military has not commented on this. Earlier today, US Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said that the mission in Hormuz is temporary and that he expects the world to step up. He also said that the ceasefire is not over.
As a direct gift from the United States to the world, we have established a powerful red, white, and blue dome over the strait. American destroyers are on station, supported by hundreds of fighter jets, helicopters, drones, and surveillance aircraft, providing 24/7 overwatch for peaceful commercial vessels, except Iran's, of course, which is why our ironclad blockade remains in full effect as well.
During the briefing, a map showing all the places Iran has struck was also displayed. Tehran is now warning Trump against any further escalation in Hormuz. Iran's parliament speaker has said, and I'm quoting him here, the security of shipping and energy transit has been jeopardized by the United States and its allies. We know that the continuation of the status quo is intolerable for America, while we have not even begun yet. So Iran says it is just getting started. Let me remind you, yesterday Iran claimed that it had attacked a US warship that was trying to cross Hormuz. Washington has denied this claim. And now Trump issued a threat to Iran, saying that the country will be blown off the face of the earth if it attacks American vessels trying to escort foreign ships in Hormuz. But soon after, Trump said that the war is working out nicely. Go figure.
They have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no anti-aircraft equipment, they have no radar, they have no nothing. They have no leaders, actually. The leaders happen to be gone also. But can't let them have a nuclear weapon, or you'd have problems like nobody would believe. And it's going very well.
The United States has also released footage of military presence in the critical waterway. Even South Korea has been roped in. Earlier, a South Korean cargo vessel reported fire and explosion in Hormuz. Trump immediately grabbed this opportunity to push South Korea into joining its escort mission in the waterway. Seoul has said that it is reviewing its position on backing Washington in the strait. Trump's idea in Hormuz was simple but audacious. The US would send warships there, provide a security umbrella for commercial vessels, and dare Iran to do something about it. CENTCOM, that's the US Central Command, deployed guided missile destroyers, Apache helicopters, Seahawk helicopters, electronic warfare systems to carry it out. So America came loaded. It called the operation a much broader defensive package, and it worked somewhat. Washington said 2 US guided missile destroyers had passed through the strait. This was after the escort mission was announced. Denmark's freight giant Maersk confirmed one of its ships had sailed through the strait under US escort. It had been stuck in the Gulf since the war broke out in February. Altogether, as many as 900 vessels are still stranded near Iranian waters. And this is the crisis Washington wanted to solve. But here's the thing about high-stakes gambits. They do not stay clean, because the risks are apparent. For the first time since the temporary ceasefire on the 8th of April, Iranian missiles were intercepted over UAE soil. The attacks continued for the second day in a row. The UAE's defense ministry confirmed it. Yesterday, one drone hit an oil facility in Fujairah. 3 Indian nationals were injured. New Delhi has condemned the attack. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that targeting civilians is unacceptable. The UAE says it reserves the right to respond and announced all schools would switch to remote learning. It has also restricted its airspace. Iran, for its part, said it had no pre-planned program to attack the UAE. Make of that what you will. Now, the UAE is a close security partner of the United States. It hosts American military, and Tehran often targets US-aligned countries to raise the stakes for Washington. Several world leaders have reacted to yesterday's events. Germany's Friedrich Merz, France's Emmanuel Macron, Britain's Keir Starmer, Japan's Sanae Takaichi, all urged Iran to return to the negotiating table. Saudi Arabia, whose own energy infrastructure has taken Iranian hits, called for diplomatic efforts. Now remember, Iran submitted a 14-point peace plan. The US rejected it and sent its response back through Pakistan as the mediator here. Tehran has taken the nuclear issue off the negotiating table. It says talks should be limited to ending the war. So, diplomacy is limping, lost in the saber rattling, and its ripple effect is being felt all across the world. Yesterday, oil hit its highest price of the year. It was the first day of Trump's operation in Hormuz. The IMF is already sounding the alarm. But Trump has a prediction. Listen to this.
And it's going very well. We're also pleased to be joined this afternoon by Secretary of Energy Chris Wright, who's been amazing. Where's Chris? Except everybody was wrong. They thought that energy would be at $300, right? $300 a barrel, and it's like at 100. And I think going down, and I see it going down very substantially when this is over, Chris. And I think very rapidly too, at levels that you've never seen, because there's a lot of energy out there, of ships all over the world that are loaded up with it.
Trump announced Project Freedom as a bid to open Hormuz. Instead, it may have opened something far more dangerous, a door that no one quite knows how to close. Whatever happens next in Hormuz won't stay contained in the Gulf. It will spill over into markets, nations, and everyday lives. And when that happens, the cost will be counted, not in missiles, but in consequences.
Hi, I'm Ozzy Vine. And in this series, I'll give you the chai tea on his... No. It's not chai tea, it's chai. Chai tea is like saying ATM machine. It's like saying delicious British food. So here I tell you the craziest stories about famous people, places, and incidents from history without overcomplicating it. Because this is Aussie Guy Reviews History.